What's up, y'all? I'm out here at the range again, as you can see back behind me, on a nice sunny day. The wind is starting to pick up, so it's getting a little bit chilly, but hopefully it'll stay calm long enough for us to get some more testing done. And for this one right here, I'm checking out a couple more 10 mil rounds. So we got our jelly contraption with the chrono and 2 blocks of gel. Now I have done one test in this, and it's a 22 LR test, but they're all at the back side, so I got plenty of room up front here to check this one out. And pretty much standard with my testing these days is the heavy clothing barrier. It's got the layer of denim, a layer of fleece, and then 2 layers of cotton t-shirt material. So like I said, we're gonna check out a couple more 10 mil rounds on this one. This is a couple that I've never tested in bare gel or cloth. One of them is the Fiocchi here, the 180 grain jacketed hollow point. Now the velocity on this one is calling for 1250 feet per second. There you can see the round, just a regular brass case, no kind of plating or anything. Looks like maybe an XTP projectile. I'm not positive on that. Maybe if y'all know, let me know down in the comments. And then for the second one, we're going with some Magtech 10 mil. Again, jacketed hollow point, 180 grain, no ballistics on the box on this one. Again, just regular brass case. Now this is definitely not the same projectile in this Magtech. I'm not sure what this one is. I really don't recognize the look of this. It's got a much larger cavity than that Fiocchi does. And just for reference, I know this matters to a lot of people. Both of these use large primers. And then as far as what I'm going to run them out of, it's going to be the good old trusty Glock 20 with the 4.6 inch barrel. Now those of y'all who run 10 mil know how hard it is to find off-the-shelf ammo these days that's loaded to any kind of decent, respectable 10 mil power. So it should be really interesting to see what these two do. Let me get this stuff set up and let's check them out. All right, let's check out how fast these things are running, y'all. We're going to do a 5-round average from each one of them. We're going to start with these Fiocchis first, since they gave us something to look for with that 1250 on the box. Let's see just how close they get out of this 20. We got 1149, 1144, 1157, 1142, and 1138. So definitely didn't hit no 1250. Let's check that average. All right, so our 5-round average on the Fiocchis is 1146 feet per second. For 180 grain 10 mil, that definitely ain't cutting it right there. Let me reset it and let's check out the Magtechs. All right, let's check out these Magtechs. I don't expect to see a whole lot of difference out of these from that Fiocchi, but maybe they'll surprise me. Hopefully they do surprise me. Got 1180. I've got an error. Got 1125. 1150. 1170. So some of them feel a little stronger and some of them don't. What I can say is they seem more inconsistent. Let me get one more to finish it out. All right, one more to get our 5th one. And 1153, so I think that's averages a little bit more, but not much. Let's go check it out. All right, so the 5-round average that time was 1155 feet per second. And if you remember on them Fiocchis, it was 1146. So you're talking about 9 feet per second average faster from that Magtech. So virtually no difference at all between these. Now, in my opinion, as far as 10 mil, that's some pretty pitiful speeds right there. But that being said, we're probably gonna see some good performance in this gel as long as these projectiles just aren't absolutely terrible. But let me get this set up and y'all know what time it is. All right, y'all, it's stopped giving us weak 10 mil jelly time. I'm gonna put 1 round of each into the gel. We're gonna start with this Fiocchi first. Not really sure. It's gonna be a toss-up. Which one y'all think's gonna do better? It's really gonna depend all on this projectile design because the speeds are virtually the same. Let's see what this Fiocchi does. All right, that should have been a nice hit. Let me go down there and see what I got. All right, so far so good. Really nice looking performance down there out of that one. So let's try this Magtech now, see what it does. All right, I went just a little bit to the right and below that one, so we should be good. Let's check out what we got. All right, y'all, let's check this out down here. Now, you're looking at the top of the block here. I flipped the block over because it was easier to see like this because they're basically right beside each other, right at the same level, so it was hard to see them. So anyway, you're looking at the top view here, so it would be flipped over this way. So anyway, what we got down here is great performance out of both of these rounds. I really had no doubt that we were going to see some really good performance. The one on the bottom here, that was the first one. That was the Fiocchi. As you can see, it comes in here just very, very nice disruption, really nice wound channel, carries on through the first block into the second block, maybe about 1.5 to 2 inches into this second block, and you can definitely tell some really nice expansion on it. And then of course on the top here, that's our Magtech. Again, basically the same story. Very, very nice wound channel, very, very nice disruption, carries through this first block. Now this one doesn't go as far. It's probably 2.5, 3 inches short of this first block's end, and it's also really, really nicely expanded. You can just tell from looking through the gel. All right, for a penetration here, the one down there on the bottom, that Fiocchi, is exactly 18 inches, and in the Magtech there on the top is at exactly 14 inches. So really nice penetration from both of them. A little bit closer look here for you. Again, on the bottom is the Fiocchi, the top is the Magtech. Just really, really nice performance out of both of these rounds. You can see there, that's that Magtech, really nice expansion. The Fiocchi into the second block, and also really, really nice expansion. All right, y'all, let's take a look at these projectiles. Really, really nice expansion from both of these things. As you can see, this one right here is the Magtech, this one's the Fiocchi. The Magtech, no doubt about it, had more expansion. You can just tell by looking at it, and there's no doubt it'll be bigger once I measure it. And interestingly enough, this Magtech was the one that had the much, much bigger cavity in the hollow point. So there's something to be said about that, obviously, because the speeds were virtually identical, but there's no doubt this one expanded more than this Fiocchi. Well, let's get our measurements and see what we got there. So both of these started at 180. The one here from the Fiocchi, you got 180.1 on that one. Then the one here from the Magtech, you've got 180.0, so exactly 180 on that one. I can't see any bits of lead or anything in this gel, so it looks to me like they held all their material. And then as far as our expansion, we'll start with the Fiocchi. You got 637, 634, and 630, so really nice expansion on that one. And then this one here from the Magtech, you got 699, 690, and 700, so really, really nice expansion on that Magtech. And there you have it, y'all. A couple more 10 mil rounds that performed absolutely fantastic. They just didn't perform up to 10 mil speed. It's really just the same story over and over and over again with most of this off-the-shelf 10 mil ammo. You get great performance out of it for a 40. I mean, if you're looking for some good 40 ammo, both of these are fantastic. They're loaded to 40 or 40 plus P type speeds, in my opinion. Now, I know a lot of y'all that carry 10 mil are like me. You're just not going to carry 10 mil if it's just watered down and weak ammo. But it really amazes me at the number of people who will go out and get a 10 mil and then use this weakish type ammo in it and are perfectly fine with it. That's just something I'll personally never understand. But as far as the performance out of this ammo here today, discounting it being a 10 mil, it did a fantastic job. All right, y'all, that's a wrap for this test of a couple more 10mm imposters. Pretty much what I expected to see out of both of these rounds. Both of them, in my opinion, performed fantastic. They just didn't perform like a 10 mil. Every time I test 10 mil ammo like this, it's hard to sit here and say that these rounds didn't perform well, because obviously they did. They performed fantastic. They just didn't perform as a 10 mil. They're just leaving way too much speed and power on the table to be calling themselves a 10 mil round. I don't know, maybe I'm being too hard when it comes to that. Y'all let me know y'all's thoughts in the comments. If you did enjoy the video, take a second to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss any good stuff when I upload it. Take a second and check out those affiliate links in the video description. If you shop through Amazon, hit up my storefront link down there. You'll go right through Amazon like normal, and anything you buy after that, I get a kickback from them towards the channel. Same deal with the Axle links. If you're in the market for some really nice ear pro, hit up those Axle links and you can save a lot of money instead of going straight to their site. Like I tell y'all every time, I appreciate all my Range Gang members and every single one of y'all for supporting the channel like y'all do. Tons of really good stuff headed y'all's way, so be on the lookout for it. And in the meantime, stay safe, stay prepared, and I'll see you soon.